Hi everyone, my name is Chris Brown. I'm with Educational Leadership Solutions. I just wanted to go over today just a little bit of information about formative writing assessment. Before we get started, I wanted to draw your attention here to the bottom of the page. Our phone number is right here, so please feel free to call if you have any further questions. Also over to the left is our live chat feature. If you click there and put in your name and email address, you can start chatting with us live. Also, our support page is here, so you can find all the information you need about formative writing assessment there. So now to get things started, we'll click right here where it says Open Easy or Open next to Easy Assessment. Currently, formative writing assessment is inside Easy Assessment. That will change at some point in the future. Now, to create a writing assignment, what we'll do, under where it says Writing, under Administer Test, we'll click where it says Assign. All right, so on that page, we'll add in a brief description. We'll call this Original Sample. For prompt, we'll select Ellis Island for this particular demonstration here. Where it says prompt, though, if we click there, we can see a list of all the prompts that we have available to us. We can also see the grade levels for those prompts, 4th through 5th, 6th through 8th, high school. We can also see the type of prompt it is, narrative, persuasive, informative. So feel free to look at that at some point. Now, once we've chosen the prompt that we're going to be using, where it says download related documents, you can choose a document from that list there to view, to actually help you implement formative writing assessment into your class. So what I would suggest doing is using this instructional guide right here. So if we click instructional guide, it will download to our machine. We'll be able to open it by clicking on it, and it brings up a guide for us that shows us all kinds of information, general information about the prompt, how to introduce the genre to the students, introducing the prompt, so on and so forth. We have some, let's see, scroll down here. There's some suggested activities to use with your students, student activities, teacher activities, as well as, if we keep on going, some more teacher activities there. We also have the prompt itself. This particular prompt has 2 passages attached to it. So passage 1 is Welcome to Ellis Island. The second one is American Wings. Students will read those passages there and will respond to the prompt at the top. We also have the 4-point rubric that's attached to this prompt. It gives each one of those different subcategories there: focus and meaning, content and development, organization, language use, voice and style, mechanics and conventions, and shows what each of those points would mean. So 4 points all the way down to 1 point. There's also some graphic organizers here at the bottom for you, so feel free to make use of those if you would like to help implement this prompt to your students' class. All right, so here, that was the instructional guide. You've also got access to, again, the prompt itself, as well as the rubric, as well as writer's models that show what each one of those, what a demonstration of each one of those 4 points would be. All right, so once we've chosen our prompt, I'm logged in as this teacher, Deanna Walker here. The only person there in that list under teacher is myself. All right, so we'll choose a grade level. This class is 7th grade. We'll also choose a reporting date. Now, the reporting date is just that. It's not going to shut off after this date goes by. It's just the date that's going to be labeled with the data. All right, so we can say that this will be Friday the 20th. The draft mode is important because each student gets 6 submissions per year. So they can write 6 times to a piece of writing per year. This one, we labeled this one original, so our draft mode is going to be original. Later on, if we want our students to log in and revise that piece of writing, if we choose revision, they'll have access to their old piece of writing. Okay, so we'll choose original for this demonstration. Where it says class, we can choose the class that's going to be taking this assignment here. And again, I'm logged in as Deanna Walters. So here's our 7th and 8th grade reading class. We'll click where it says add class. All right, so there's a list of all of our students. So now in order for those students to take the test, we'll click where it says save. That will take us back out here to this page where we'll be able to see a list of all the assignments that we've created. Now, for students to log in, they'll need to go to easatest.com/testing. I believe that's right. I may be wrong. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll click this button right here. This will tell us exactly where students need to go. So if we click that button, it brings us here. So yeah, so apps.k12els.com/testing, not EZA. And then each student is given a seven-digit access code. They'll go to that website here. Let's just put that in there, apps.k12els.com/testing. They'll click where it says writing assignment, and then they'll need to put in their 7-digit access code here. So we'll put that in there. Here's what students will see. They'll be able to read that prompt there, the first prompt, as well, the first passage there, as well as the prompt at the top. All right, so they'll also be able to type in their essay here at the bottom. Now, students can either type it in here, or they can type it in somewhere else, such as a Word document or a Notepad document, somewhere else where they can just quickly copy and paste it into the box here. So either way is fine, whatever is easiest for you. So now I've got a piece of writing here that I'm going to paste into this box. So my writing is done. I'm going to click where it says Save Essay. It lets me know that this is when it was saved here. So students can click Save Essay. They can also click Save and Finish Later, which will take them back out to the login page. Now this particular student has finished his piece of writing. So he'll click where it says Submit as Final. Gives us a warning that says, are you sure? Because once you do this, you will no longer be able to modify it. So this student is sure, so he'll click where it says Submit. That takes him back out to this page. He is not able to log in using that same access code because he has submitted his piece of writing as final. So now as a teacher, we'll go back over here to this page. It will kick me out since I logged in as a student. And so now we'll go back over to the Manage page because we're not assigning anymore. Now we're managing. So go back over to the Manage page. We'll click this magnifying glass here to see the reports of our students. All right, so we'll look at Nicole Childers here. This is her essay. If we click on it, we can see that this is what she has typed in. This is the essay that she's created. So after reading this essay, we can either go ahead and score it, or we can open it for the student to make changes to. This student's essay looks fine, so we'll go ahead and score it. We'll put a check in the box right here. Then we'll click where it says Score Checked. It lets us know that this is a submission. So if we click Score Them, it will count as a submission. It gives us a warning that says make sure the essays are ready for scoring. Each essay counts as one student essay submission. Students get 6 submissions per year. So we'll click Score Them. It takes about 3 or 4 seconds. And now this student's essay is scored. We can click where it says Scores. So here's the student's piece of writing. The word count, grade level readability is here. Holistic focus and meaning, content and development. So we can see all of their subcategories there, the scores for all of those. Now we can also add a grammar check to the student's piece of writing. So where it says grammar check, we can change that to beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and it puts those grammar mistakes in there for us. If we click where it says show grammar rules, it will explain to the student why each one of those was marked. Now this page actually becomes your worksheet to hand back to the student. So we can change our font size. Let's drop that down just a little bit. We can change our spacing. So here we can print this page out. This has all of the student scores, and now it has space where they can write in between the lines. It has all of their grammar mistakes. So right here, United States, of course, needs to be capitalized. So things like that, students can go in and revise that piece of writing, do some studying. This is where the teachers come in, because this is where teachers will come in and teach the student how to do better on their piece of writing. So now this particular student is completely finished, and so this is, again, where teachers will come in to instruct the student on how to do better. All right, so now we're done with that. We're completely done with this particular assignment. Now we're ready for the students to log in and revise it. So we will need to create a new writing assignment for the students. We'll call this revision sample. We'll choose the same prompt because they're revising their original piece of writing. The teacher, of course, will be the same. Grade level will be the same, 7th grade. Reporting date, again, doesn't matter. Change it to whatever we need it to be. The draft mode is revision for this particular piece of writing. So we'll put that in there, and we'll choose, well, let's just choose the one student here. I believe her name was Childers, Nicole Childers. So we'll add that student, and we'll click where it says Save. So now this particular student now has an assignment created for her. So we'll click this button here to get that assignment access code here. So here's the student's access code. And we'll go back to this page, put in that access code, click where it says log in. So now we're logged in as a student. This is what the student will see. We can see previous draft here. We can see the same passage 1, passage 2, as well as the prompt. But previous draft is here. This is the student's previous writing. So they can click where it says append to current draft and then make the same, or make the changes there to the piece of writing that they need to. They can do that, or if they've typed it up somewhere else, they can just copy that and paste that over into that box, and it'll look like this. So again, save essay, save and finish later, or submit as final. So we'll click where it says submit as final. Click submit, gives us a warning. And now as teachers, we can go back over here to this page, and it will again log us out. So we will go back to the manage page, and we'll click the magnifying glass there next to that student's name. So the student has definitely improved, first of all, on their word count so far. But if we click there, we can see the student's piece of writing. We can read over it. We can open it for them to test again. But we'll go ahead and score that piece of writing. So we'll put a check in the box, click score checked. Again, we get our warning here. Click where it says score them. And so this student is completely done. They've submitted their, she submitted her original and revised piece of writing. Here's the revision. We can see the grade level readability has gone down, which is good. The holistic score is higher. All of the scores are higher. So that's good. We can also add our grammar check, add in our spacing, print that out, and give that back to the student. Well, show our grammar rules as well. Okay, so now we're done with that. What we can do as teachers is we can go over here to where it says writing assignment data. We can go to view test data, and we can go to the students. So here's our student here, Nicole Childers. Here's the revision, the original. We can see the difference in the progress that Nicole Childers has made. So I hope this has helped you guys out use formative writing assessment. If you're interested in anything that we've gone over today or anything that we haven't gone over. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to contact us using that number. Also, our live chat feature is right there. Our email address is support@k12els.com. So please feel free to contact us. We're happy to talk to you between the hours of 8 and 4. Thank you so much for tuning in.